Cadillac. Law offices are Ron Scholes, Jacksonville Giants, and Best Bet. Hope you can sign up. Action Sports Jacks, Dream18.com, the place to go. Action Sports Jacks, Dream18.com to register. Sign up for foursome. Maybe a tea sponsor. Get involved. Help us support local charities. It's the Dream 18, September 20th Golf Club at Southampton. We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Mostly cloudy tonight through tomorrow with on and off showers and a few thunderstorms. Some heavy downpours at times. Low to mid-70s tonight and highs Wednesday in the mid-80s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years, only at Beard's Diamonds.
Anyone can talk like they're a big dog, but few actually walk the talk. We're not claiming same-day water heater service. In fact, a lot of customers have called us after other companies failed to come through on their same-day service talk. Fortunately, Griffin Service delivers. We eat big dogs for lunch. And we fix what others can't. Some of that's knowing the science, engineering, and craft of AC and plumbing better than the Bubbas, but it's also better planning. The key to actually doing same-day water heater replacement is having water heaters in stock and ready to go. And that's what we do. Gas, electric, tank, tankless, we got them all in stock and ready to roll for you. So if you want to avoid the bait-and-switch turd bucket tactics of the Bubbas, or if you discover you're in the middle of an all-talk, no-walk situation with a wannabe, well, you know who to call, right?
GriffinService.com.
CMC 1250-697.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We'll help you find everything you need to do the job right. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high-mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, I took someone to their first job.
Today, I helped someone get to a medical appointment.
Today, I helped someone see their loved ones.
Today, I took someone to see a concert.
JTA bus operators are professional, trained, courteous, and proud. Become a driver of change. JTA is now hiring bus operators and is offering $10,000 to $15,000 hiring bonuses. On-the-job training provided. CDL training available. To apply, log on to go.jtafla.com/drive or call 904-630-3100. That's 630-3100 to become a driver of change.
Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
I'm Adam Greathouse, United States Army.
Greg Gatson, Colonel, United States Army.
When I came back home, I realized something wasn't right with me.
I was wounded as a battalion commander.
I thought I was going to be stuck there. I thought everyone forgot me.
Hi, I'm Representative Kat Kamak. This year, let's make sure our veterans get the support they need and deserve. Let's take the time to thank those who put everything on the line for us.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Ready for a road trip, a long weekend, a quick getaway, but need the ride to get you there? Then you need to rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota today. Maybe you've got a business trip coming up, or you really want to go on that family vacation, but a minivan would make it so much better. Then rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota. Rent a Toyota at Arlington even has a large inventory of new 2021s for you to rent. And with great competitive rental rates, there's nothing stopping you from hitting the open road. Rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota and try it before you buy it. Reserve yours today at arlingtontoyota.com.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is Greg McGarity. The future of college football is now, and our primary goal is to position the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl and Jacksonville to be prepared for a potential college football expansion. And we need you, our local business leaders, to join our team and showcase that Jacksonville supports college football. Gator Bowl Sports has opportunities for all companies, whether you have 5 employees or 5,000. I would love to meet you and talk about our future. If you'd like to learn more, contact me at 904-798-1700.
Purchasing home and auto insurance? Do it the Simply way with Simply IOA. Compare quotes and buy a policy online or over the phone. Search Simply IOA or call 844-TALK-TO-SIMPLY. Simply IOA. Insurance the Simply way.
At Tire Outlet, we're committed to providing our customers with professional and honest automotive recommendations. Don't believe us? Check out our reviews online and see why we're Jacksonville's preferred automotive shop.
Great guys to work with, always very helpful and affordable.
With 12 locations across Northeast Florida, Tire Outlet can help keep you and your family safe on the road, wherever you are.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
It is the home of the Action Sports Jax Dream 18, and make it your home course as well. The golf club at Southampton in North St. Johns County, located off County Road 210. It's family-owned and operated. Southampton is a fun course to play, and the golf club at Southampton offers club membership programs starting at just $79. With its elite practice facilities and player-friendly golf course design, it'll be your gateway to a great time with the family or with your buddies. For information on the membership programs, call the golf club at Southampton, 904-287-PLAY. Again, it's 904-287-PLAY.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely prepped me for to make the decision, to come out this way. Yeah, so I'm glad I won't have to, get up and, get in a hot bath before I even turn my car on. So, yeah, so those being playing 9 years in the cold has definitely prepared me for, this moment. So I'm over here like a little kid.
That is Marvin Jones. Terrific media availability today, I thought, with Marvin. Fun player, good player, and looks good, too. 10 years into his NFL career. We were discussing this, a little bit of a story Stuart Weber's working on for First and 10 training camp tonight, 11:15 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. You can get guys to come in and be leaders, but can you get them to come in and produce as well? That's a tough combination as players get older, especially. We saw that happen with a player like Calais Campbell. He did it at his stage of his career. Not that he was old necessarily, but he was an older player. He was in his he would have been, I think, 30 when he signed with the Jags. I think he was 30. Might have been 29. Now, Marvin's on the other side of 30, but still looks like he's 25. Still says he feels that way, except sometimes when the joints don't work. But he can be that kind of player. Now, again, Calais, I hesitate to compare anybody to Calais because of the impact that he made in the community and on that franchise and on those seasons and everything involved.
It was an impact everywhere. It's an impact on the field, impact in the locker room, impact on the community. Yeah. It's very rare to have that three.
And I really think, Austin, when you go back and look at Calais Campbell, be impact on the franchise, impact on almost like the way Shad Khan looked at the football team and his conversations with him. Like, I think all of that. It goes beyond even what we see. I think it's way beneath the surface on a player like Calais Campbell. And that's why I do hesitate. Over the weekend, Shaq Griffin reminds me, has some of the qualities of, and wanting to do that. You got to want to do that. Like, you got to want to take that role with an organization. Shaq Griffin, you can tell, man, he's wrapped his arms around that. He knows his platform. He's got a smile on his face all the time. Marvin Jones has some of that, too. I don't know if he's as eager to say, hey, make me the leader and all this stuff. I think he does it a little bit quieter. But from a production and leadership standpoint, Shaq Griffin comes to mind. Marvin Jones comes to mind. If these guys can deliver on the field, well, that will just add to what they're already probably doing behind the scenes and helping some of these young players along. It'll be a pretty cool thing to see. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane, Casey, Tuesday, Football at 5 o'clock hour. So let's talk baseball. Good day for the Red Sox yesterday. The Rays and the Yankees lost. Just want to make a note of that after your sweeping comments, Casey. But Casey put on the rundown today something interesting.
Oh, by the way, the Milwaukee Brewers won last night.
Did they?
Thanks. Yeah.
They just keep winning. I mean, have they clinched yet? What's their magic number?
That's a great call. You know, those pesky Reds. Those pesky Reds are still, they're in the mix a little bit.
There's 55 games left, and Milwaukee's magic number is 6.
For sure.
But you mentioned something about Tyler Glass. Now you don't think he'll ever play for the Rays again?
Yeah, so there's a lot to this. There are Rays fans out there, I found out on this show. Every time we talk Rays, there's comments.
Other than Ty.
I was going to say Ty is just
Ty
on the
webs.
Well, unless, Ty's got a bunch of YouTube channels.
Ty has some burners now.
He might have
Don't let him fool you.
One guy that won tickets called in, and right when I was saying, all right, see ya, thanks for listening, he said, go Rays. I said, all right, man.
I like it.
I will say, the Rays had, brooms out the other day and everything. I mean, their fans looked like they were fans.
Yeah.
They had all the characteristics of fans, you're saying? Okay.
They weren't dressed up like seats.
All right, Tampa Bay, I see you. Shots fired by Brent Martineau. That's Brent at Brent A.S. Jax.
Did you just call me an ass?
No, I said that was Brent at A.S. Jax.
Hey, I actually don't. I like the Rays.
I know.
There's a lot to like about the Rays.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. I think Kevin Cash should be in the Hall of Fame.
I wish you brought back the old colors, like the neon, and call them the Devil Rays again.
You can't do that in today's society.
Oh, really? Hey, Duke says what's up.
I know.
Wake Forest says what's up.
For now.
Then. Oh, for now. For now. You think Duke's getting canceled? I doubt it.
So as we were discussing there, I don't think Tyler Glasnow will play again for the Rays, and this is why I wrote about it on the Rays website I write for, Rays Color Glasses. Check out the article. Shameless plug.
I like it.
Plug, but I like the way you work that in.
Coos used to say drive and dish at least 10 times a day on our show, so you're fine.
Rays Colored Glasses. I do like that.
That is pretty
Follow
cool.
on Twitter.
Is that copyright? Do you have a trademark? That
it's like a fan-sided site, so it's not like a one-person operation.
Okay, I got
so
you.
somebody
like
copyrighted it. It's not me.
Okay, I like the name. I'm just saying.
So it came out that right before the deadline, the Rays talked to the Cubs about Glasnow for Bryant and Craig Kimbrell. Kevin Kiermaier would have been included in that deal to offset some money. But what's interesting is
just for looks.
Yeah.
Bryant for Kiermaier.
Yeah.
That's what Kaylee would say.
Absolutely.
Or my wife.
Really? Really, any female, I feel like, in the Tampa Bay area.
Sorry, go on.
Anyway. So that deal falls through. A couple days later, it comes out Tyler Glasnow's rehab did not work. He needs Tommy John surgery. Oof. So the first question is, did we almost bamboozle the Cubs in giving them a broken product, which that would have been something. But so nevertheless, if you look at it, the Rays are going to have 2 more years of team control of Tyler Glasnow. So if you have Tommy John surgery now, at this point in the season, you're missing all of next year. So the Rays are going to have to pay Tyler Glasnow roughly $8 million next year to not play baseball for their team. Then their last year of team control will be 23, and you're going to have to pay him roughly $12 million to, if all things go correctly, come back and maybe be good. So what it tells me that they were trying to move Glasnow. Now, at this point, they will not pay him $18 million to maybe play a half season for 22 and 23. I think he's gone.
The crazy thing is, Glasnow for those kind of dollars is a remarkable bargain, even if he's coming off Tommy John, to be honest with you.
Let me ask you this first. Tommy John's come a long way, right? Like, there's not any problems where if you have Tommy John surgery, the rehab, like, there's no setbacks. If you have Tommy John surgery, the next year you're good to go.
I don't know what – I don't know.
Or, like, in a year you're good to go.
It's not a guarantee.
It's not that sound. But to your point, many guys come back even better.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like 50-50 even anymore. I think I don't know what the percentages are, but it feels like I feel the same way you feel.
Yes.
I feel like, hey, you have Tommy John. Yeah, it sets you back. It's a long recovery. It's a thing. But you can come back and you can be really good and sometimes even better. And I think there are a lot of examples of that say that. I don't know if that would be the case with Glasnow. I don't think it's a slam dunk thing, but I don't think it's as scary as it used to be. Let's just say that.
Well, It's just from what the Rays have always done, paying somebody $18 million to really not play for 2 years
it
is not
doesn't
their
fit
move.
what they do. No, you're right. I'm just telling you that dollar value, even for a year, if you got $18 million and paid him for a year to do well, for Glasnow, that's good. But your logic makes a lot of sense. Like, it doesn't fit what the Rays do. Will they even get any good play depending on how he comes off Tommy John and when he's available to pitch and to pitch at a high level? I think you're probably right. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I don't think they were going to bamboozle the Cubs, though. I don't think you can really do that. Like, there would have been repercussions for that.
Absolutely.
I think the Cubs, if they had made that trade, would have known. They would have had the doctor reports and known all that stuff, too. And they would be making it for a 2-year investment down the line, which, might have made some sense for the Cubs if you project what they're trying to do. And remember, it wasn't Chris Bryant, they didn't get rid of until like
the last
3:45 on the trade deadline. And the deadline was at 4. So, yeah, that would have been really interesting to see, because it's kind of weird, right, for a team to trade for somebody that might not pitch for a year and a half.
And it's going to be tough to move Glasnow because, like you said, by the time he's under team control for 2 years, which is nice, but if he can only pitch 1/2 of 2 years, that's not going to work. And then, so when he hits the open market, Patrick Corbin got $140 million. Patrick Corbin got $140 million. I'm going to say it again. Steven Strasburg got $245 million. So the Rays are out automatically.
Out. No doubt.
So to find someone to
Red
take
Sox might be in.
Well, you'd have to find a team like the Red. They won't trade him to the Red Sox, but the Red Sox, the Yankees, even the Cubs could still be interested in what would be obviously not a sign and trade, because you don't do that in baseball, but you have to be thinking that route because you're going to have to give up something to get him, and you're not going to give up anything if you can't re-sign him after he's hurt for 2 years.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a way that looks like it would probably go down. It's just not the MO of the Rays to keep a guy like Glasnow even if he was fully healthy. They wouldn't keep him in 23.
Right.
They're probably getting rid of him because they're not going to pay him $250 million. And there are a lot of other teams that will now, like from whether it's anybody out west is willing to spend money. The Padres, the Angels, the Dodgers, the Giants, they'll all do it. And then you get the Cubs, the Yankees, the Red Sox. But you're probably right. Just keep them away from the AL East. All right. Before we go to break, so we have this plan to go to dinner Friday.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been about 2 years in the making.
I know. So, Casey, don't feel left out here, but this is 2 years in the making. And so before I never talk to Kuz again,
yes,
which has already happened, by the way. I've talked to him like twice since he left the show.
Yes.
So I
don't think Kuz knows how dinners work in terms of planning for our significant others as well. But
yeah. So anyway, we're going to go try to grab some dinner on Friday.
Yes.
So, it's like nobody really wants to be like, well, we should go here or we should go here. There's 5 million places to go in town. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking about this a little bit more. This is very hard to plan dinner because we really don't. It's like we don't spend time outside of here together at all. Like we never have.
True.
I mean, at practice.
Yeah. We go to the Super Bowl every year, usually.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
but
no,
our wives. That's part of the thing, like to get everybody together.
In terms of our social lives, no, we don't interact a lot.
Yeah. And so we have people in all different stages and in different styles. And like I would come across to me as like the culture person.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You couldn't be more wrong, but I appreciate that.
But I think you're like willing to try a little something different on the dinner stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know the ambiance part that you're looking for. I think you're over the beach bars. You did that enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Me, I mean, listen, we eat fast food for a living. I mean, we're a travel ball. Like if you want to go to Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A or whatever, we do that like 18 times a week. It's either that or like Ruth's Chris. It's one or the other. There's no in between.
What a flex. Zaxby's or Ruth Chris, and there's no in between.
That's hot tub, fire pits.
I love it. I love it.
And then there's Kuz, who really likes to drink more than eat.
Yeah. Yes.
So, like,
liquid pork chops, as my stepdad referred to him.
As an organizer of this or partial organizer of this event on Friday,
you're
I have no idea where to go.
You're the organizer. Well, here's the thing, because you're asking us for our opinions, and you know how we're going to handle this. It's up to you, or it's up to
Yes, I know. You're handle like everybody in the sports department handles it. Like everybody in my house handles it.
But here's the thing.
Brent, you make the decision.
Brent, you're planning this whole thing. This is your idea. So you got to finish the race. You got to think of a restaurant, all right? Don't leave it up to me. Don't leave it up to Kuz. Finish the race. Make a decision. But I would recommend that it's someplace that's, regionally like close to everybody.
Well, I think that at the end of the day is probably going to be the overriding factor.
Yes.
It's going to be like doing Friday night football.
Correct.
Proximity plays a role.
Yep. So I'll see you at Hooters.
Which one?
Right? They're all over the place, man. We'll find the nearest one to us.
Listen, we gave Hooters a lot of love last year, I think it was.
That we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They probably owe us a dinner.
They do. Because remember, they tweeted at me that one time for whatever the reason was. I forgot what
Maybe we should go there.
Yeah.
They owe us something.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Action Sports Jags on ESPN 690.
ESPN 690 Sports Center Update.
What's up, Jacksonville? I'm Casey Kurtz. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp are back in action tonight at 121 Financial Ballpark. First pitch is set for 7:05 against the Norfolk Tides. You can hear that game right here on ESPN 690 Radio and our Facebook page, ESPN 690 Jax. NBA free agency opened yesterday at 6 p.m., and it didn't take long for the madness to begin. Kyle Lowry is headed from the Raptors to the Heat. Lonzo Ball is headed from the Pelicans to the Bulls, and PJ Tucker from the championship-winning Milwaukee Bucks to the Miami Heat, among many other smaller deals. Chris Paul re-upped his contract to stay in Phoenix. He will be under contract with the Suns until he's 40 years old. And in the NFL, Colts All-Pro offensive lineman Quentin Nelson will undergo a similar foot surgery to Carson Wentz's. He will also be out 5 to 12 weeks. This Sports Center update sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The Max Kellerman Show.
You know, there was no one there like, hey, where's that guy we just hired? He just stopped showing up suddenly 15 years ago. So kind of weird. It's 650 G's. And now he's being sued. I don't know. You can't just not show up for work, but if he's not like doing anything fraudulent and they're just sending him the checks, I mean, why wouldn't he just deposit it in his account?
The Max Kellerman Show, weekdays at 2 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Watch exclusively on ESPN Plus.
Do you know what time it is? It's time for you to buy a boat. Seriously, it's time that you bought a boat. And you should get the boat loan from 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. You can finance up to 100% of the purchase and not make a payment for 60 days. So stop thinking about buying a boat and go out and buy a boat. Just do it smart with financing from 1-to-1 Financial. Apply online at 1to1fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Everyone wants you to buy a boat.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Austin. Choosing a new career path, it can be a big commitment. It can take time, energy, and yes, of course, money. And if you're looking to turn your career path around right now, you need to take a serious look with my friends at JTech. When you go to JTech, they have one goal in mind, and that's giving you the skills and tools needed to succeed in the field of your choice. That's why up to 84% of their graduates are employed in a field of their study right after graduation. And you're never going to be overcrowded as their classrooms average on a 16-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Take part in the training of a whole new generation of automotive, diesel, HVAC, marine and RV, and transportation industry professionals. But you gotta hurry because they're enrolling students right now for their up-and-coming fall term. To learn more about JTech, visit jtech.org, or better yet, give them a call at 904-483-9460. Ask for Hank to set up an appointment to tour the campus or get your questions answered. Once again, that's 904-483-9460, or visit jtech.org.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is Greg McGarity. The future of college football is now, and our primary goal is to position the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl and Jacksonville to be prepared for a potential college football expansion. And we need you, our local business leaders, to join our team and showcase that Jacksonville supports college football. Gator Bowl Sports has opportunities for all companies, whether you have 5 employees or 5,000. I would love to meet you and talk about our future. If you'd like to learn more, contact me at 904-798-1700.
Where else can you get luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials? Only one place, at Cohane's Irish Pub at Atlantic Beach and on the south side. It's as Irish as you can get, owned by 4 Irish sisters. And they've got fish and chips, of course, shepherd's pie. Go today for lunch or dinner. Eat in, order out. CohanesIrishPub.com for the full menu. And try the new 5 Sisters vodka at happy hour. Luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials, and so much more. 2 locations, Atlantic Beach and the south side. Cohane's Irish Pub, Irish Sass with 5-star class.
As vacations come to a close, schools are about to reopen, crime is on the rise, and homeowners are worried for their family's safety and personal property. Do I need cameras? Do I need a security system? These may be questions you're asking yourself. That's why Safe Touch's licensed professionals are going to guide you through the whole process. Imagine never leaving your family home alone again. The Safe Touch two-way communicator is the push of a button away. Anything from a bruised elbow to a stranger at your door. Maybe it's your car sitting out all night that worries you. The Safe Touch camera provides notifications before your car's even touched and video with 24/7 recording. For everything that's important to you, Safe Touch has you covered. Their verified response guarantees the fastest possible emergency response in the industry. Safe Touch consultants are registered fire and burglar agents with the state. You can have 100% confidence in the design and installation of your Safe Touch system. Get your free consultation today and see the Safe Touch difference. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. Florida license number EF 0000233 and LVA 004188.
As a business owner, time wasted is money lost.
Ugh, I have to call Dave. That's like 10 numbers.
Who has time for that? You should boop Dave instead.
Dave's married.
Push to Talk is back from Peak PTT, and with a boop, you can get in touch with Dave. One boop. Peak PTT sends your phones programmed, charged, and ready to go right out of the box. You can boop Dave, boop Paul, boop Sheila.
Yeah, I could see booping Sheila.
Nationwide. Then you can boop the heck out of Dave.
I said Sheila.
Connect immediately, every time. BoopToTalk.com.
Ronald McDonald House of Jacksonville will host its inaugural Sporting Clays Classic event Friday, September 17th, 9 a.m. at Jacksonville Clay Target Sports. Enjoy an afternoon of busting clays, amazing auctions, contests, awards, and gifts, all while supporting critically ill children. To learn more, visit www.rmhcjacksonville.org. Proceeds support Ronald McDonald House of Jacksonville, which provides lodging, meals, transportation, and compassionate care to families of critically ill children.
Well, we're competing out here every day, and we've told the guys we're putting the best 5 guys out there. So if Walker Little ends up being one of the best 5, then we got to find a way to get him in there. If Ben Barge is one of those guys, we'll find a way to get him in there. That's the nature of this business. We got to have the best guys playing.
I like Darrell Bevell.
Yeah. Isn't it funny? Do you find like most offensive coordinators have like the same kind of cadence the way they talk compared to defensive guys?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think you're right on that.
When Bevel was talking, I'm like, that's like another Gruden type. You know, the way he talks, it sounds like Gruden a little bit.
Yeah. That's a good call. Like, I'm trying to think through now. I'm going through my mind like real quick. Like,
Sure.
who have we? There's a very what's the word? Scientific's probably the word. Because when I think offensive coordinators, I think of guys that have been around here. Think of like Jed Fish, right? Jed Fish was a super smart guy. Think about a guy like Dirk Cutter.
Yeah.
Feels like Professor-ish.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Bevel doesn't feel that way, but he does feel young and hip and kind of smart like the Grudens, like the McVays. Almost has a little bit of that feel. Like I didn't envision Bevel I don't know. Once he's here, I kind of had a different perspective of him. I don't even know what that was. It's almost like the radio people you listen to, like when you're growing up. You're like, oh, that's what they look like.
Sure.
You know?
No, I get that. I get that. Now, when you keep saying, you think of like, these are smart, intelligent individuals, you aren't helping the defensive side of the ball when you keep on saying things like that. And now I'm taking offense to it.
Well, there might be some truth to it.
Just go and call us cavemen.
I don't go that far. That's why I wanted to be careful. It was more like, what's the word I'm looking
Analytical?
for? Yeah, maybe analytical is the way. Like, you're not going to find too many analytical defensive guys.
No.
Right?
Matt Patricia, and that's about it.
It's black and white.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
Go get the damn ball.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, that's it.
Yep.
That's probably a good way to say it. It's a little bit more of a philosophical, analytical, those big words approach.
Yeah.
On the offensive side. Calculated.
Maybe.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Where it's kind of just, it's either this or that, man.
Correct.
I'm a this or that on the defensive side and play fast and do
We should play a game one time. This would take some time, Casey, here, but you should compile like a bunch of sound bites from different coordinators, and we got to guess if they're offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators. I bet we'd be pretty good at it. Not going to lie. Yeah.
Is that a Friday thing?
It takes some work though, man.
How quick can you do it?
We got to keep in mind because the soundbite can't include, their players or what they're coaching. So it could be hard to get the sound bites.
You might have to actually go to like the college guy because we haven't heard of them.
Yeah.
Or don't know their voice.
True.
But even think of the offensive. If I think offensive coaches I actually think like less personality. Now, a few jump out. I mean, McVay seems like he has a personality. Gruden has a personality. I guess that's what I'm probably saying. Bevel feels like he has more personality than I thought. And that's like Dirk Cutter's an awesome guy.
Of course.
But I don't think he's like this, like, just bubbly personality
Larger
guy,
than life
right?
type,
You know,
yeah.
But defensive guys have a little bit more of that now.
Correct.
I mean, look at Joe Cullen, right?
Joe Cullen, say no more.
You're ready to run through a wall when he says hi.
For sure. You
know?
No, you're not wrong.
And that's actually what made kind of like Gus, right?
Yep.
Gus, a defensive guy, big, energetic,
but see,
personality.
And I've said this before a little bit. Now, Marone was an offensive coordinator, but he was, he was the head coach, but like he was an offensive guy. But he always kind of had more of that demeanor of a defensive coach to me. Whatever the reason, whether it was in press conferences, just the way he carried himself, he always reminded me more of a defensive coach.
That's a good call. I think he did. I mean, he's an offensive lineman, which means he's usually pissed at the world.
For sure. Walker Little incarnated, yeah,
like,
for
how
sure.
many times do offensive linemen smile, really? Do they?
That's a good point. Yeah. They're in their own
think
little
about all the
world,
offensive
man.
linemen you played with and how many times they smiled. I actually saw Brandon Linder smile the other day at the news conference.
Really?
Like, it was, yeah.
Was it breaking news? You had a helicopter in the sky reporting this one?
I mean,
it's crazy.
I don't think it's really interesting how you get that persona for different positions, but you kind of do build that. In like anything else, they become very stereotypical. Yes. But you know, it's an interesting outlier. You say Marone, that's a good call from an off because he's more of an offensive guy.
Yes.
Del Rio's interesting. Because, like, I remember seeing highlights, and I knew Del Rio was a player when I was a kid and played that linebacker position. But his persona doesn't come off like that.
Yeah, because you think, like, linebacker. And I remember when Singletary came to talk to the Chicago Bears, like, that's a linebacker.
Yeah.
You know? Del Rio was a little more like laid back. It seemed like,
I know.
You know, like I mean, like you think like Puz, right? Like if Puz was ever going to be like a coach or a coordinator, like you don't think Puz would be laid back and just like wearing flip flops. No, like Puz would be in your face. So no, I get that. That's a good call.
Yeah. Now Del Rio, California guy, maybe that played a role in it. I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
But it really didn't take on that defensive. Like he wasn't. Joe Cullen-esque.
No, he wasn't.
You know,
cussing or chewing you out. You're right.
Interesting.
It's an interesting observation.
Yeah. It's not cookie cutter, though, because you can go around and kind of be like, well, he's a little bit different. He's a little bit different. And
but usually they fall into their respective boxes.
I thought about this today. I thought Urban Meyer's let his assistants talk quite a bit here over this last week. And they're not like, it's not like you can get the sense that they haven't been told, like, okay, don't say this, don't say this, don't say this. Yeah. They got free reign to say whatever they want. To really trust them. Those guys have a lot of knowledge and also experience in front of a microphone. Charlie Strong's been a head coach a bunch. Bevel's been around this thing a bunch. Yeah. Like Joe Cullen's been around it a bunch. Like, hey, man, say it how it is.
For sure.
I like that. Because I think you can sense sometimes where coaches are like, okay, make sure you don't say this or this or this, right?
Yeah.
Just coach speak it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of coach speak going on.
No, and I also think that it's refreshing as from the coach's perspective where you can be yourself. Yeah. You know, and I think players appreciate that more than anything.
I think so, too. All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow out of Jaguars camp and back here. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 at 3 p.m. We'll see you tonight. CBS 47, Fox 30, 1st and 10 training camp, 11:15. Hope you can stay up and join us.
There is a taste of the islands in every